Hello YouTube, I am Pinstar, and this is Game Dev Tycoon, episode 6. Our last episode was cut short because I foolishly attempted to record my video during the daytime when my 3-year-old and 1.5-year-old, or actually he's just turned 2, my toddlers were awake and about. So they came bursting in, and any hopes of finishing the episode without interruption were dashed. So I figured I would just cut it short and use the good footage that I had there so I didn't miss a posting. But I will use this, this one will be extra long to make up for it. Okay, so we had our third government simulation game. We seem to be a rather specific company here, but it seems to be working for us. Just analyzed DMV, and let me remind myself what we did here. Oh yes, the 9.25 that still didn't quite sell as well as we would have liked it to, but that's because simulation games don't do quite as well on the Vina. Strategy games do even worse. So screw you, Vina, or rather the V-Gear. Okay, so people just finished their trainings. We should be having the vacation bars popping up pretty soon, and I do not want to start on any other sensitive things. So I'm just going to do another round of researching here. Open world is good. It'll be useful for when we do our strategy games more specifically, because they like world design. I'll throw in better dialogues because it's essentially a freebie. And you, I can't really squeeze in simple cutscenes, so you just go looking for a new topic here for us. UFO is good for action. UFO is good for strategy, so that fits our company's profile pretty well. So why don't you just pre-get UFO so we have that available to us. Yeah, see, there's those things. If I had started the game here, I would have been screwed. They'd be making hardly any bubbles. All right, so you guys are on vacation, but it'll be a quick one. And the last time I did a speed training, so now we can go back to our skill-specific trainings. So code incomplete for, all right, so yeah, tech guy gets code incomplete, and I get code incomplete, and you get pirates. Yar. I don't get that one. It's game design for pirates. I wasn't aware pirates actually designed games. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Alright, plenty of sales. Alright, we are past the halfway mark. So that did quite a thing. Speaking of pirates, yeah, no, always warn them. We want fans, and suing makes you lose fans, and that is not what we want. We have enough cash. I mean, we're not rolling in dough, but we have enough to keep us definitely afloat. Okay, you people are essentially done. So let's see what. Let's see. Alternative history strategy. Any topic an any topic simulation for the PC with really good royalties. Oh. That makes me happy. Ninja Adventure. Yeah, no, there's no reason not to take this one. This is a gift. Okay, now we can really go crazy here. Let's see here. Now we just got UFO. Well, no, UFO's not good for simulation, but since we have control over our, let's see what we can do here. We want something that can be mature, or rather that enjoys being mature. And let me see here. Yeah, because yeah, if we do a mature game, we want a PC mature. mature games do well on the PC. So we want a genre that also likes being made into mature games, but also wants to, that also enjoys being made into simulation games. And an interesting choice here is romance. Now, a while ago, we used romance for an adventure game, but romance is actually pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's one step down from perfect, which is good enough for me for simulation games. So we're going to make a romance sim mature on the PC. All right, now let's name this. Oh boy. Let's call it Stim or Simulation, and yeah, we're just gonna keep that right there and not I'm not going to make any comments on there because I'm probably going to dig myself into a pretty deep hole if I explain my reasoning behind that particular wording. Okay, let's turn on some more aspects here. So we'll turn on the linear storyline. Because we are working against a minor quality penalty. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't hit a strong audience, everyone. I'm glad I'm doing a mature game because I didn't plan on having a trend boosting me here. That being said, well, we might be able to chase the everyone trend, but it fired in the middle of a game. This is my very first mature game. Sure, let's give an interview. And you know what? Hey, since we're doing an interview and we're going to get some free stuff, let's do a small campaign and advertise the heck out of this game since we're getting that. Hopefully it does not blow up in our faces. Alright, well, our hype is popping up pretty well. Our bubble generation's looking good. I'm happy with what we're doing here so far. We should be okay. We should at the very least hit the 7 that our publisher's looking for. But we'll give them plenty of time to squish all those bugs. Good balance here for simulation games. Tech heavy, but not too heavy. Alright, this time we do have our new combo, and it's legitimately earned this time. Alright, let's release this. Ooh, bunch of new toys, and just in time because we're at the point where we're going to be researching our new engine. So we've got a bunch more stuff to grab. And actually, since we're going to be going for our new engine here, well, hang on, let's see what Stimulation did here. Not bad. All right, not too many 10s, please. Not too many. Oh, did I knock this one? Okay, phew. All right, I did not absolutely destroy the rating here. Which is good. Now, do I want to chase the strong audience or not? You know what? Let's chase it. Let's skip the training. Let's just do something. We can actually reuse the AnyTopic simulation, and if we do trainings, I bet you they'd refresh that. So let's reuse that contract. If you make a new one quick enough. Will be good. All right, so we want an everyone game here because now since we're using the exact same engine, the exact same skill set, the exact same everything, this game's not going to be very good unless we hit that trend. That trend will give us a 20% boost to our quality, which is exactly what we need to make another really good game. So here's to hoping we hit the trend. All right, so business. We have not done business yet. Business simulation, they really works well for everyone, but not so much for mature. So business simulation, PC, our engine, game name. Ooh, let's see here. How about banana exports. Tycoon. There we go, getting the fresh fruit business here. Alright, and once again we're going to be basically squeezing the last bit of life out of this engine. So we're going to be keeping everything else the same. Alright. We're doing pretty decent sales here. Unfortunately, again, the PC is not quite as highly ranked, but getting a that much freedom in the choice of my design. When I first started playing Stimulation, I had no idea what I was in for. Really? A mature romance game named Sim Stimulation? And you had no idea what you were in for? Uh-huh. Responds to the player in such a realistic fashion. Oh. Forget it. This is just a game. Okay, that's just wrong compared to the game. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Christopher. That's too much TMI. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Okay, back to the business. Where were we? Okay, yes, we are chasing that trend. Yeah, now Arnie wants to know about our next game here. Sorry, Arnie, it's not quite as interesting as our last one. If I hype it and we hit the trend, we'll be fine. If we miss the trend, it is not going to hit it. So I'm just going to hedge my bets and be modest. Because, yeah, trends have a habit of dying right at the end. Anyway, just to the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. That's a pretty decent one to come out. Anyway, let me just elaborate more on my reasoning here about chasing this trend. Every time you get above a 9 or better, or I think it's just under a 9 counts, it moves the goalposts for your next game score in order to get an 8 or better. And it moves it by specifically 20%. So you need to be 20% better than your last game in order to get back-to-back smash hits. Now, Stimulation here was a smash hit, so we need to do 20% better than our last time in order to do that. But we haven't updated any of our engine parts and we haven't trained our employees, so we're actually going to make the same game and it's actually going to do poorly. Except for the trend bonus. The trend bonus gives you exactly 20%. So you could make the exact same game, but because it is trendy, people will see it as you know, another awesome game. But if the trend disappears before we hit that finish button, then we are left with a game that is absolutely not going to do well. I'm thinking 6s or worse. So it's a little bit of a gamble here, but it allows us to squeeze out another game before we have to retire this game engine and make something new. So here's, that's why I'm being modest here, because if we miss it, then yeah, we'll miss it. Alright, I still do want to finish those bugs. We are not in such a breakneck rush. Come on. Alright, good. We hit the trend. Phew. New topic, new combo, good management, big bonuses. Okay, let's see how we did here. All right, still not quite as stellar, but it's, you know what? Hey, we are riding on just the trend, so that's all we need here. So here's another great game. It's going to give us great sales, and we didn't need to do anything different. That's what trends are good for. Okay, at this point, however, I do want to do our trainings because we don't want to miss out on that. And you did Code Incomplete last time, so everyone's going to get a don't repeat yourself. And starts at 6, not too shabby. And we met the rating, so we don't get that penalty. Stimulation did decently well. again, you know, these are for the PC, so they're not going to have as insane sales as the as something released for one of the platforms. All right. Thank you very much, Gary White. Yeah, whenever you get one of those, I had no idea what I'm in for. This game is awesome. The XYZ was really, really good. That means you successfully hit your game score and exceeded it, which means that your next effort's going to have to be even better. Okay, so it looks like we're probably only going to need one more game to get out of the publisher era, but we are going to need to do a new game engine before we do that, because at this point we can't. We're not going to get that increase in quality without some new bells and whistles. So, since we're going to be doing a new engine, let's get our game reports out of the way here. And you start researching. No, not training. Researching. Okay. Better AI. Absolutely. That's going to be huge for our company. Yeah, that was a pretty long-lived trend. So we probably could have done a round of training, but you know what? We didn't need it. Business simulation, level design. And romance simulation is good. Level design, artificial intelligence. Yep. Don't read too much into that. Okay, so we still have research points to spend, so let's get stereo sound. Character progression. That would put me at... And yeah, that would still get me enough points left over to... although, you know what? Let's do level editor and multiplayer. And we'll save character progression for our next engine. Alright. Alright, Banana Exports Tycoon did not do quite as well, but you know what? We're still making money. Okay, so let's build our new custom engine. Pinstar. Pinwheel engine. I'm just deciding to name it randomly. It's not quite as macho as sounding as the other ones, but you know what? Little subtlety is always good. Alright, AI, open world. We don't need mono sound anymore. We'll kick it into stereo. And off we go. Alright, and we timed it perfectly. Yes, they do need their vacations, but I'm okay with them being at slightly less than high efficiency when Sony and Invento. I'm okay with them working at slightly less than perfect efficiency here, because it's not going to affect the game's quality, and it's not going to affect the... Oh, here we go. What do we have here? Borrow research. Okay, so on the subject of these, there's two different kinds of shady stuff you can do. You can either sabotage your opponent's games in progress or borrow research. I always borrow the research. It's worth the 10 research points for this little amount of money, and can unlock topics that are further down on your tree that you might not be able to get to. So it's definitely worth the gamble. For when it comes up for sabotaging their stuff, I always decline, because there's some hidden mechanics that can screw you over if you get too evil, quote unquote. So yes. Comedy. It's worthless. Comedy does not work for me. But you know what? 27K, not too much for an 8.7 million company. So yeah, it's not too shabby. All right. And now you guys can go on your vacations. And what am I going to research? Well, let's take a look at the contracts, or the publishings. Zombies RPG, alternative history, any genre. but for the PC, I want something. I want to go off with a UFO any genre. That's a possibility. UFO likes everyone games, and the Oasis likes everyone games. And the Super TES. The Super TES is actually okay with everyone audiences too. And those you guys like action. Actually the Vina Oasis really likes actions. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do that. The UFO any genre. And we already have UFO, so I don't need to research that. But yeah, we'll finish off our publishing phase here with a bang, with an action title. Make you action, everyone. And the Gameling is still out there, but Gameling likes young, but I want an everyone. And the Vina Gear, the Vina Gear's the Vina Gear. No, you know what? I'm going to take the well, and the Oasis is way down here. All right, fine. I'll go with the Vina Gear. All right. Plasma Skeet Shooter. It's like that side game in Duck Hunt, but with plasma cannons and UFOs. With our new engine. 3D graphics version 2. The other reason I'm doing this here, again, we're going to keep the engine turned on the way it was before. And we're just not going to turn on the new bells and whistles just yet, because the first bell and whistle that automatically gets turned on for you is that new graphics engine. That is a pretty significant bell/whistle. So we're going to use that and only that as our our new bell and /whistle. All right. Making some progress here. Now there's a chance that this one might not do as well. Oh, I forgot about mono sound. Poop. Alright, you get basic sounds. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad. Get that last bug. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop with the design. Alright, new records. That's a good sign. Alright, let us release this. We're probably not going to be doing too much in the way of high level design engines. All right, not bad, not bad. Luckily, this. Yeah, it's sometimes hard to calibrate yourself with new engines and determining where your game score is and was. Alright, but that should still get us what we need here. Let's see here. And they weren't looking for too high of a rating here. Alright. Okay, we're back. That will teach me to record without a glass of water handy. Alright, so Plasma Skeet Shooter. Ooh, new topics. Plasma Skeet Shooter is doing pretty well here. We should be able to get get our tradings in here. Going back here to Code Incomplete. code incomplete, and game design for pirates. There we go. Alright. At least you better get me to 100k. I don't want to do another publisher game just to hit 4,000 fans. Ugh, it looks like I'm gonna have to. Really, guys? Ugh. Lays high. Probably should have turned sounds on. The stereo sounds, too. Oh well. Alright, one more time. Any topic RPG. Another any topic RPG. Romance any genre. Alternate history strategy. Stupid publishers. Oh, publishers. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to force a reset on their stuff. I'm going to actually research casual games. Even though I'm not going to use them, doing that resets the publisher's game offerings. So we'll do that just to get a new set of publisher stuff going. As silly as that may seem. Oh wait, you don't need more training. You're just going to do some research on a character progression. There we go. Yeah, we're just a few thousand short, and that stinks. Because I really, really wanted to be making our own game. Yeah, sound's important. I really should have turned on stereo sounds. That's on me. Learn from my mistakes. Alright, publishers. Yep, that forced the reset. Any topic simulation for the game leg. Minimum score. Okay. Let's see here. Any topic simulation for the game ling. Let's see here. And we want something that can be young, because the gameling does not care for more mature games. And so we need a topic that doesn't mind being made into young. Are we going to be necessarily chasing after that new topics trend at this point? No, because I've already wasted enough time trying to hit the get my new research done here, so I'm not going to be chasing after that too aggressively. What I am going to do, let's see, have we utilized anything that that can be made into simulation that enjoys being young? It's kind of tough with younger stuff. Because most of the topics that like being made into simulations don't really work too well with young children. Let's see here. You know what? All right, business works pretty well with younger audiences because, you know, like lemonade stand games and such. So we'll do a young business simulation on the game ling. We will call it Girl Scout Cookie Empire. I'm sure the Girl Scouts won't mind us randomly using their name. Okay, and we are going to turn on the sound as our new bell/whistle here. Now, the curious thing is this going to give us another new combo bonus, even though we've already done Business Sim? We shall see. Oh, G3. Now we're gonna be actually keeping track of our of what time of the year it is in terms of when we're making our games, because we're going to want to time our games to hit G3. So they'll be ready there. Alright, that should do well. And I'm glad I didn't go chasing after that trend, because we would have just missed it. Okay. And alright, so this one didn't give us the erroneous new combo extra. Or, yeah. So it was just government. Oh well. Oh, and I can get some special training. Let's see how we did here. Oh, turning on that didn't help it as much as I thought it would. But this should, knock on wood, give us enough fans to let us start doing our own game. Well, while we do that, actually, since we're worrying about G3 coming up, we might start right into our next game here. But that will be next episode, because I think we have made up for our lost time. So, will Girl Scout Cookie Empire be able to push us over the 100K fan limit? Will we be able to start doing our own thing here? And will we be able to get a game out and ready to display at G3 for all that wonderful free hype? Find out next time on Game Dev Tycoon Strategy and Tactics.